Good morning. You listen to FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. This morning, my guest is Penny Carnino, the Director of Operations with Grigsby's Carpet, Tile, and Hardwood in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Penny, how you doing?
Hey, I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. I've been unlucky this year and have missed the last two meetings where we might have been together. I had to miss the NFA meeting because of coverings, and then I missed this statements meeting in Cabo last week because of Neocon. I wanted to catch up on that meeting. Before we get to that, though, how's business in Tulsa?
Business is a little soft. We're up against our biggest year ever, so, that's a tough year for us. Pretty much everyone I've talked to has said the same thing. It's hard to go against your biggest year, but that being said, we're only about 6% down, so I'm not going to complain too much.
Are you doing anything different as an incentive due to the softer economic times?
We're still advertising regularly, still doing a lot of digital, changed some of our OTT digital recently, and that part does help us a lot, and I get to see the results of those usually about every month. And I met with both of those people just yesterday and today. Had a little bit of interesting change in demographics. Some of the younger males were heavier on our click-through rate than females. The boomers were still the same, with the females leading that in the click. But I just thought that was a little interesting that younger males were significantly busier at research than women. We've not found that in the past.
You do anything different as far as offering consumer credit?
We do a couple of different ones. We do Wells Fargo, and we're in the process of adding the Statements Daltile. They do a longer offering of months to pay out. And sometimes if a customer is really looking about doing a lot more, having that longer time period to pay out, I felt like would be a significant change for us to offer. So we are going to do that.
Okay. Are you seeing any shift in what's selling as far as, like, say, carpet and LVT, hardwood? Is a mix change?
At this point, I haven't seen a lot of change. LVP is still really heavy. We did have several consumers that were a little disappointed in items that we couldn't get because of the Uyghur Act from Congress last year. We've had a little bit of that, but I've tried to keep my staff very informed so that they can at least have an intelligent conversation and let customers have the information so that they understand why some of it's difficult to get.
All right, very interesting. Oh, let's move to the statements meeting. It was last week in a very nice place, Cabo San Lucas, at the Hard Rock Resort. And this happens every other year. And for those people that aren't familiar with statements, it's for Daltile's best retail customers, right?
Correct. We have a little showroom area that Daltile that we can work from. We have certain displays and we get promotions several times a year. They're working on changing some co-op stuff right now and doing some interesting things for RSAs in regard to rewards. That's coming, and those are really exciting changes, especially for our sales staff. They always enjoy getting rewards for what they sell. The vendor partners had some preview items. Schluter had a lot of stuff talking about lighted niches that are coming out, and there may be another supplier that's coming out with those, but it was the first time I had seen some of them. Those were really awesome. And, we saw some other shower things and trim pieces, water protection and floor protecting stuff, just lots of great information for us, as well as trend tips and lots of great information.
Okay. I should have mentioned in the beginning, you are an NFA member. And last time I went to this meeting, Phil Koufadakis was there as well. Were there other NFA members there this year?
Yes, of course, Phil was there. Jason Wagner is on the advisory council with me at Daltile Statements. And Susan Hattinger was there. There was a good contingent of NFA people there. You
mentioned to me when we spoke earlier that there was a keynote speaker that was really good. Tell us about that.
Yes, Morris Morrison. He was a fabulous speaker, very motivational, inspirational. His message also incorporated some faith-based ideas, and I so enjoyed his story. He is twice orphaned. His story is just incredible. For him to persevere and to be where he is, if anybody ever gets the opportunity to hear him, I would urge you to listen to him. He signed books for everybody. The book is called Disrupt Yourself. And during our break at lunch, he took the opportunity to stand out there and talk to everybody. It wasn't just a typical meet and greet where you walk up, hey, what's your name? Let me sign your book. He took the time to speak to each person. And then Chip Wade was also there, and we got to preview his house that is completely sustainable. And he had an incredible video that we watched, and he was excellent as well.
So he's an HGTV star, right?
He is.
And also a partner, because he was at the last time I went 3 years ago. Is there anything you're going to be doing different as a result of going to this?
Well, the financing part is different for us because that's a different offering since we've been strictly with Wells Fargo for years. Nice part about that is that it isn't restricted just to Daltile. Consumers, of course, can use it for any products that we sell. So that will definitely be a new offering. That's pretty much about it in regard to the Daltile portion.
The last time I went, they were rolling out a whole new merchandising system. Were they making enhancements to that?
Yeah, most everybody has those in now. Ours is in. Patrick touched on that a little bit. A couple of people had shown him pictures of what their stores look like now with the new items installed, and they've gone to white. And so it's really nice looking. Shows off a great selection.
Okay, Penny, thanks for spending time with my listeners and telling us a little bit about the Daltile Statements meeting held last week and about your business. Again, been talking to Penny Carnino, the Director of Operations at Grigsby's Carpet Tile and Hardwood, and you've been listening to Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.